That's Blues hockey.
That's Blues
So
shout out to Bashard Owens too. One of our good friends doing this thing at the anthem. I saw your KMOV coverage, man. That was a good piece. It was a very good piece. If anybody hadn't seen that, go look at Bashard Owens up on KMOV, our Blues national anthem singer who's taking over for the great Charles Allen. He has done an amazing job taking that mantle over. Good, so shout out to you, Bashard.
He does a great job.
Yes, absolutely.
All right.
Friends, countrymen, fellow degenerates, welcome back to Bets and Buds. We are the Buds helping you catch your bets. I am Jason Smoking Token.
I'm Bobby Light.
I haven't been smoking too well lately. I've been, kind of taking some L's here, brother.
Hey, that's okay. That's okay.
Football season kind of hit me. Like the Super Bowl was kind of rough on me, brother. Super Bowl was rough on me because the Chiefs didn't hold up their end of the bargain.
No, they did not.
Everything I picked the Eagles to do, the Eagles did what they did. The Chiefs did not. So, I had at least 4 bets that would have hit had the Chiefs have done anything that normal Chiefs football does. Nobody has seen the Chiefs look like this probably since that last Tampa Bay Super Bowl, which we talked about on the last podcast.
Yeah, no, the Philadelphia just steamrolled them.
4-man rush, not a single blitz, pretty much
blitz.
all game. Everybody was just spying Patrick Mahomes. This was a microcosm of my season, brother, gambling wise. It was a microcosm of my season. I pretty much had one half to do something, and nobody did anything on the other side. So
I hit one.
Yeah,
I made 11 total bets.
Everybody in our crew hit one, but me. Yeah. Thank God for squares. That's the only thing that saved my life.
I hit one on a 3-leg touchdown parlay.
Nice,
so I'll take it.
Director Dave got a Xavier Worthy 2-touchdown parlay that came out because the garbage time at the end. The only thing the Chiefs did pretty much the whole game.
That was the only good thing they did.
That was the only thing they did a whole game. So a dominant performance by the Philadelphia Eagles. Congrats to them winning the Super Bowl. I was torn because, again, we talked about I don't like either one of these teams.
Right.
But I was glad to kind of get a little bit of Chief exhaustion off my back. We don't have as many Philadelphia Eagles fans around here as we do Chiefs fans. Right. So it's been awful quiet the last 3 or 4 days.
It has. It's been super quiet.
It's been awful quiet.
A friend of Crystal's, my old lady, was texting her, and he was in disbelief. He just couldn't believe it. He's like, I don't even know what I just watched.
I don't think anybody could believe it. I mean, we sat there watching everything that happened. Cooper DeJean, one of the exciting whites with the pick six on his birthday, his 22nd birthday in Super Bowl.
Baum coming up with that second interception.
Baum with the second interception. But Patrick Mahomes throwing that from his end zone, a pick after a turnover that they got too. That was even crazier.
Sweat just dominating.
It was the whole line. I mean, everybody was putting pressure on play after play after play. Mahomes was running for his life the entire game. I mean, the entire game. I don't even know if sliding Tooney would have helped them, but I think they're going to go back, and then that's the main focus the Chiefs are going to have. If their first 2 picks aren't offensive linemen, I will be shocked. Or unless they're able to get somebody in free agency. So they might have to get somebody in free agency to try and maybe plug a hole here or there, and then they got to go draft. I mean, they've got to draft at least 2 offensive linemen, in my opinion. But it was a hell of a season, a hell of a run.
Oh, it was a great season. I ended up positive for the year with that last hit, so I will take it.
You know what? I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even want to talk about it.
And we don't have to.
Because I'm not even going to tell you about the... I'm still playing on house money. I will tell you that. I am still playing. I will go into this next season playing on house money.
But it's just a little less.
Oh, man.
The house is much smaller.
Oh, I lost thousands.
Ooh.
And thousands.
And thousands across the world.
It was ugly. But that was neither here nor there. I mean, we pretty much how we covered it last week. The game came out pretty much how we said that we both. I think I picked the Eagles. I know.
I picked the Eagles.
Yeah, I think we both picked the Eagles to win that game. So I mean, we said exactly what they had to do. They had to punch them in the mouth, but they just kept punching them and punching them and punching them. And you know what? Shout out to Jalen Hurts. I've been a big Jalen Hurts critic majority of his career.
You've been really tough on.
I have been very tough on Jalen Hurts, and I'm going to tell you, that pass to Devontae Smith is a dagger in the heart. I mean, that was a beautiful pass.
The pass to Dotson.
The one to Dotson was nice. It almost gave you that.
Almost gave me a different one,
but then gave me Jalen Hurts on the tush push to start the game, which was a very high bet for the first touchdown of the game.
And I didn't even touch that. Probably.
Oh, I know. I sat there and I hate that I didn't. But that's here nor there. I mean, it was a great Super Bowl, great season. Congrats to the Philadelphia Eagles. Fuck you, though, still, because, and I'm a Cowboys fan. I'm going to still ride with
Cowboys.
that. Yep, let's go Cowboys. Even though I don't feel great about, the future right now. At this moment.
It's not looking good. It's really not. You got the Parsons contract extension going to draw out probably like it did all summer with Prescott last year. So
you know what? The beauty of that Prescott contract, though, is that he's already gotten paid once. And that $60 million contract, if he wants the team to be good and is committed to being with the Dallas Cowboys, I mean, he can rework that. And they can put some money on the back end and they kind of push the room. I mean, there's a lot of maneuvering that can be done. Because there's some free agent receivers out there that are going. Even right now, Cooper Kupp's on the trade. I mean, like, what do you think about Cooper Kupp lined up next to CeeDee Lamb?
I mean, that would be good, but I still think we need an upgraded running back.
Oh yeah, but you guys are 12th pick, and almost every mock draft has the Cowboys taking Ashton Jeanty.
Austin Jeanty.
Ashton Jeanty, yeah. Almost every single mock draft pretty much has them taking him at 12, which is what I said earlier in the season. I said I would love for the Cowboys to get Jeanty. That'd be a perfect Cowboy pick for him to go there. So, if they
just
pick
hope
him,
he doesn't turn out Trent Richardson.
Oh no, he won't be. He's not that fat. Well, and I don't even say that fat. Trent Richardson was a lot thicker than Jeanty, and then especially nowadays, like the body types, right. And then he went to the Browns. That's the thing.
True. And then the Colts after.
Yeah, then the Colts after that, and that was a very bad fit. Because he really never got to learn the playbook, because people don't understand, just because you're a running back or receiver, you can't go to a team in week 4 or week 5 and expect to know the playbook. These playbooks are so thick, so extensive. Right. You're trying to learn 3,500 plays easily. Like that, you're trying to and then checks, adjustments, all pass protection, all that stuff. That's a lot to deal with. So
yeah, no, I imagine it's a lot.
There are so many situations that people they get in the right situation for their career. And you think about
Terrell. That just wasn't it for him.
Think about Terrell Davis. All right, so if Terrell Davis had not gone to the Denver Broncos, if he had not said, the only way I'm going to make this team is I'll make a play on special teams, and he went there and he blew up somebody on the kickoff. Mm-hmm. And they said, let's do some carries, and he played in that stretch zone scheme that the Shanahan's ran. Because think about it, everybody, even when Terrell Davis got hurt or something happened, like
they always had a 100-yard rush.
Orlandis Gary,
right?
Yeah, what was the other dude's name? Mike. It's not Williams. It wasn't Mike Williams. It was Mike. It might have been Mike Williams, but I can't remember yet. But they had so many running backs that just would come in and fill and just do work.
Right. You're right.
Because of that scheme. So imagine if Terrell Davis. Would he have been a Pro Bowler had he not gone in that system? Not Pro Bowler. He
was like a 7th-round pick.
Yeah, it was a 6th round. Out of Georgia, because he had already came out with a knee injury. He got hurt at Georgia. And so, again, I don't even mean a Pro Bowler, but Hall of Famer. Terrell Davis is in the Hall of Fame after pretty much he played 7 years.
Yeah.
He had a 7-year career. So, again, it's a lot of situations make good players thrive. So, you never know. You see what happens. All right, brother. So, what do we got next on the slate here?
So, here we'll just do a quick rundown of the Blues. The Four Nations tournament is getting ready to start tomorrow. It's this new thing the NHL has come up with. Instead of an all-star game, they're doing this Four Nations tournament. So, you got 2 Blues in it, Bennington, Parayko. Bennington was announced as Canada's starting goalie for the tournament. Oh, wow. So, Bennington will be trying to lead Canada to go whatever they call this trophy. I have no idea. I haven't paid attention. The Blues are not in a good spot, though. Having played 56 games on the season, they have 55 points. You never want less points than games played in hockey.
Oh, that is bad.
They're closer to a top 5 draft pick right now than they are the playoffs, a playoff spot. So.
Take away, baby. Take away.
There are trade rumblings out there of Braden Shen possibly being on the market.
Really?
So, yeah.
Really?
But, do you really want to trade away a third captain? I get it. They didn't trade Pietrangelo, but they let him walk. They traded O'Reilly. If they trade Shen, that will be trading 2 captains in the span of 2 years. That right there shows you a organization in flux right now. Well, your captain is supposed to be the heart and soul of your team. And if you're trading the heart and soul of your team away every other season,
okay, but here's to counter that. Here's what I will say. I would rather them do that. Get good prospects,
then
good
do
position.
Paul Goldschmidt.
Then do the Paul Goldschmidt thing. So I would rather that happen, because Braden Shen's value is never going to be any higher than what it is right now. Because anything he give, if they decide to do it during the offseason, it's going to be even less value.
Oh yeah.
So right now, for anybody who's a Stanley Cup contender and watch him get traded to somebody who's a contender and he wins a cup.
Toronto's been the one out there, and I could see that with Berube.
Yeah, I can see that happen. Toronto's got to break that curse though, man. Right. Berube broke it with us. We never.
He would be a living legend.
Oh, he would be a legend of all time if he were able to make that happen.
Made that happen in Toronto, that would be crazy.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, the Blues are not in a good spot right now. They're probably going to be sellers at the trade deadline, which I'm okay with that.
You know what? It is what it is. We are in this season of sports of, okay.
Yeah, it's just, it is what it is.
Pitchers and catchers are reporting in a week and a half.
They're 3-6-1 in their last 10.
Pitchers and catchers are reporting in a week and a half.
They are. Most of them are probably already down there.
Oh, I'm sure they are. I mean, like, the smart ones, like, hey, it's time to get ready and get geared up to go. But I mean, I listened to an interview with Mosaic today. They still haven't figured out what they're going to do with Nolan Arenado.
I mean,
they can't find a trade partner.
3 teams that you can potentially trade with.
Yeah, I mean, they pretty much got no trade partner for him. I mean, it's going to be. I think it's going to be a rough Cardinal season again.
But there was an article out there today in the New York Post, I think. But it was talking about the Yankees' need for a third baseman. So, I mean...
Yeah, you're still going to give Goldschmidt and Arenado. I mean, but you know what? Because I don't know about the Yankees farm club right now. How strong is that?
I don't know
they make a lot of trade moves and bring in guys. I mean, their farm club truly can't be that strong. But, I mean, we'll see. We'll see.
Another news, Harrison Bader actually signed a contract, former Cardinal, with the Twins.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
$5 million.
All right. Well, good on Harrison.
He got $10 million last year.
Yeah, you know what? Hey, the millions keep stacking no matter what, really.
They do.
Millions sound a lot better than thousands.
But he better have a better season than last year if he wants to up that percentage again.
You know what? I think Harrison's probably made the money he's going to make in his career. Good on him.
You're probably not wrong.
Because his best bet would have been to be a breakout star here in St. Louis and get paid by us.
Well,
and it just didn't pan out.
I mean, when they traded him to the Yankees, he had that good run in the postseason, but that was about it.
Yeah, I mean, that's... And a lot of players do that. I mean, like, the thing is that, like, with baseball, it's such a long stretch and long season. That's why it's so hard to get high ratings and high primetime viewing is because, there's so many games that it's hard to say, this is a must-watch game.
Right.
And that's the beauty of the NFL because there's so many much-watch games because it's a week-to-week thing.
Yep.
It definitely is. Yeah, so, I mean, that's Blues hockey.
That's Blues hockey.
So, shout out to Bashard Owens, too. One of our good friends doing this thing at the Anthem. I saw your KMOV coverage, man. That was a good piece. It was a very good piece. If anybody hadn't seen that, go look at Bashard Owens up on KMOV, our Blues national anthem singer who's taking over for the great Charles Allen. He has done an amazing job taking that mantle over. Good, so shout out to you, Bashard.
He does a great job.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, on to other local news. Mizzou basketball's got a big game tonight. Oklahoma's coming down.
Nice.
And they're 17-6 right now overall. I believe they're 6-4 in league play. They lost 2 big games last week. One on the road, one at home. Tennessee, and then I want to say Mississippi State.
Yeah, Tennessee's they just suffered their second loss in the last 15 games against Kentucky last night, and that was and the last loss they had was actually against Kentucky previously. So
Missouri is solid. They're ranked 21 in the AP right now, so they're solidly a tournament team.
Yeah, they're going to get in the tournament
as long as they keep it strong down the stretch.
I guess I got to start watching college basketball now that football's over, so I can really kind of eye out who's gonna be my March Madness magic.
And then we also have the Billikens playing tonight.
What's the guy's name? I can't remember.
No, they played last night. I'm sorry.
What's the guy's name that with the glasses? Like they came over from Indiana State. They're because he came over with the coach because we got Indiana State's coach last year.
What is
Olave
that
it's not Olave because that's the receiver from the Saints, but it's a Uavea or something like that. I don't know. It's a Avia. There we go. Yeah, I knew it was something close to that range.
Yeah, he had 27 last night.
Yeah, I mean, he's been nice. I mean, like, if SLU finds a way to maybe make a run in the A10 tournament, they can find a way to sneak in there. So
yeah, right now they are sitting. Let's see if I can find it real quick. I want to say they're like fifth
in the A10. Fifth in the A10. Well, that's not good enough. They're gonna have to win it. They're gonna have to go and win the A10 tournament.
They lost too many games early. They were only like 6-5 coming out of there before their conference.
Yeah. So I mean, they're gonna have to make sure they go on a run and win that A10 tournament. That's the way they're gonna get in and slip in there. And then after that, once you get into the dance, let's see what happens.
So yeah, I mean, that's a month from now.
Right, yeah.
You'll have the selection Sunday.
Yeah, we'll have the selection Sunday probably a month from now, like a month and a half or so. Then we got
draft coming up after that.
And we got the free agency frenzy that comes along here with the NFL here. I think, what's that, like towards the beginning of April? I think that is, because the free agency frenzy is right before the draft.
Right before the draft.
Yeah, because the combine is going to be here in about, I think 2.5 weeks. Or maybe not even 2.5 weeks. I think it's actually probably like 2 weeks. Yeah, the combine comes up pretty quick here. So I mean, the NFL is going to still be having its relevancy of having,
it's always
there's going to always be some news. There's already been trade trade rumors. There's already been. Was Aaron Rodgers going to go to the Giants? Is Russell Wilson going to go and rejoin Pete
Saints are already $50 million over the cap.
Oh yeah, I mean they're screwed. They kicked that can down the road, and that can has gotten heavy.
Kellen Moore's been named their head coach.
Yeah, Kellen Moore's the head coach.
Good on him.
Good on you, man. Good luck, man. And the problem is that's going to be a shitty job to have the next couple of years because they're going to be cap strapped,
right? And
that's going to be a big uphill climb there.
You're probably looking. You're going to have to cut. No, I'm blanking on the running back.
Kamara? No, they just extended Kamara.
Did they?
Yeah, no, they got to get Derek Carr, so they're going to probably end up getting Derek Carr's contract off of their books. And then just see what they do from there. I mean, and then there's probably a couple other players on defense. I know they paid a couple guys on defense.
Okay.
But their offensive line deficient. I think they're still probably getting hit from what's the receiver's name?
Michael Thomas.
Yeah, Michael Thomas. They're still getting hit from that contract a little bit too, I think, because they gave him a bunch of money and they got nothing from that after. I mean, once he got that ankle injury, because he wasn't a speed receiver before that. Then after that happened, and then some organizational things kind of happened internally from whatever I hear, but
just ruined him.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a tough go with the Saints. I mean, good luck, Kellen Moore.
Yeah,
more power to you, brother. But you know what? And that's where I always go back to. That's why I was okay with the Schottenheimer hire because I would have rather had that happen than Kellen Moore.
Okay.
I mean, that's just the way I felt at that time. Now, will I regret that later on? Maybe so. Maybe. But I regret everything that the Cowboys have been doing right now, so I don't really give a shit.
Right, yeah, I mean,
there's been very little,
The story came out that the Cowboys didn't even contact Derrick Henry.
No, didn't come. Yeah, I heard that at the beginning of the season. I was like, what are we doing, man? And he wanted to be there. He lives in Dallas.
Right.
I mean, it was just a whole, so it is what it is. Cowboys been the Cowboys, and until Jerry Jones, kicks Brock's, and I don't wish that on anybody, but I just say that, that unfortunately that's the way it is because, again, okay, so let's say, so with the Eagles, did you see Jeffrey Lurie, the owner of the Eagles, one time?
Not until
the Super Bowl.
Not until it was over.
Yep, not until it was over. But during the game, did you see him one time?
No.
If the Cowboys happened to be in the Super Bowl, it doesn't even matter what game it is. In a primetime game, Jerry Jones is going to be shown no shy of 3 times during the course of a game. And then he's going to do his press conference afterwards. Then he's going to make other crazy statements. Then he's got his radio show and all of this stuff. So until that stuff ceases to exist, the Cowboys are going to be the Cowboys. They might put a good team together, but the spotlight is just going to be shining a little too bright on Jerry to keep that off the players' back to where they can just go in and focus on football. And that's at the end of the day what you have to do. You have to be able to focus on football.
Yep.
So... You know what? It's a great season, Bobby.
I'm
glad you came out on the plus side, brother.
I did. I came out just barely. I mean, it took that last hit.
You too, Director Dave. Glad you came out on the plus side. That was me last year. I'm still feeling good. But you know what? I always hold out hope. I always hold out faith. March Madness might give me that bounce back just like I needed last year. So, it is what it is. That's gambling, baby.
Yeah, that helped build your house last year.
Oh, yeah. It's and there's no way to project how you're going to win or lose when you go through it. You get those spots and you get that one big bet there. But the thing is you don't try and change your tax bracket. It's responsible gambling. I'm never trying to make an income off of it. If I hit one of those crazy $10 bets for $450,000 because I did something crazy, go me, and that's how it goes. But outside of that, let's just have fun and entertainment. It's always good to have a little extra juice on the game because anytime
it made that game more enjoyable.
Because anytime you don't have it on, I remember the one week Dave missed going to go gamble with me, and we were sitting there, and he's like, man, I can't make it. And so I went down, put my bets on. We're sitting there watching the game tonight. He's like, this stinks. I was like, I know. And so
it's not the same.
And that's part of where I probably ran through more seed money than I have in a year.
Because there were times I didn't go.
Oh man, I was going. I mean, I probably went every gambling primetime game of the entire season this year. And one of the biggest things, I knew this, and I know better than this, and so just a little bit of advice to you guys out there: you never chase a dollar amount on money that you're trying to win. So sometimes you could go a plus 700 bet is okay.
Yeah.
And you go there where you're going to hit that. But I went on a streak where I was going for them grand slams. I was like, trying to hit me because, oh man, I lost the last 2. Let me go plus 22,000 on this, primetime game. Because, I had a nice little parlay drawn up, but I said, let me give this extra one on top of it because that'll put it up to this odds, And so that's the one thing you don't want to do when you go through gambling. But again, like I said, I still 3 years of going in, have not had to add any money to my account. So we're still having a good time with it, having fun. Yeah, I wish it was a little higher, but it is what it is.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've never hit anything that's even been life-changing yet. Yeah. So, I mean, let alone, or month-changing yet, let alone.
Yeah, I mean, I've had some exciting hits, but you know what? It's been what it was. But you know what? Been a great season. Shout out to Director Dave, keeping us up on the 1s and 2s. Shout out to True on the Track for blessing us with those beats. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Keep tuning in. We'll be providing all this sports action. We're going to catch ourselves up on basketball, on hockey, on baseball, all the other good stuff to keep giving you that sports information.
On football.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we do. We're a football show more than anything else. But I'm Jason Smoking Token.
I'm Bobby Light.
We'll see you guys next week.
Peace.